people, including 18 civilians and 15 security personnel, were killed in a series of coordinated attacks across Pakistan's Balochistan province. The Balochistan Liberation Army, an outlawed separatist group, claimed responsibility for the assaults, which targeted police stations and military installations in districts such as Quetta, Gwadar and Noshki. The BLA stated that the attacks involving gunfire and suicide bombings were carried out simultaneously across 9 districts. While the initial attacks were described as poorly executed by Pakistani officials, the violence resulted in significant casualties. Following a 40-hour military response, Pakistan's security forces killed at least 145 militants, as confirmed by the Chief Minister of Balochistan. Pakistan's Interior Minister Mohsin Naqvi condemned the attacks and praised the security forces for their rapid response. The Pakistani military has alleged that the attacks were orchestrated by Indian-backed militants, a claim India has denied. All right, joining me now in this discussion is Ambassador Suresh Goyal. He's former Indian diplomat and joins us from New Delhi. Ambassador, thanks very much for joining us.
Good afternoon.
Firstly, how do you see Pakistan continuously blaming India for its Balochistan problem?
I think that is only to be expected, the way the relationship between India and Pakistan is. And Pakistan has been doing it for, I don't know how many decades, how many years, etc., blaming others for all the fault lies in their own polity. So I'm not surprised at all that Pakistan is blaming India, but I really wish and I really do hope that in case, if they're really serious about resolving their internal issues, that they would look at the problems much deeper, with much more care, and try and investigate what actually the real situation on ground is. Otherwise, the same kind of situation will continue. Pakistani government, no, sorry, not Pakistani government, but Pakistani army, which is the actual real government, continuing with its atrocities and killing of the Balochis and the Baloch in terms of really trying to reclaim their own right to exist in their own land, the way with their traditions. They will continue to basically then inflict damages on the Pakistani army.
Yeah.
So unless they really enter into some kind of a peace process and try and adjust to each other, this will continue.
What do you think has stopped Pakistan from meeting the demands of the Balochistan? What they're asking is only for economic and administrative welfare.
You see, if you look at Pakistan's politics, and I'm not really going into the whole thing as to how Pakistan began. The Pakistani army is basically Punjabi army. Pakistani politics is basically Punjabi politics. Other nationalities like Pakhtuns or Balochis have, or even the people who are living in the Pakistani occupied Jammu and Kashmir, have very little role to play in the governance of the country. And the Pakistani army, Punjabi army basically, continues to dominate all the resources. So every other nationality, whether it is Pakhtuns or Balochistan, particularly those who live in the border areas with Afghanistan, they become targets of Pakistani army's operations and exploitation. So that is what it is.
And how would you merit India's response that has come in? India has, of course, gone on to call Pakistan's claims as completely baseless and asked it to not blame India for its internal problems.
I wouldn't even go that far. I would completely dismiss all these allegations of Pakistan. Pakistani allegations are not even worth listening to or responding. They're totally ridiculous.
All right, then, Ambassador, we'll leave it at that. Thanks very much for joining us and speaking to us. Moving ahead, viewers, Elon Musk has announced that steps taken by